Hello everybody and welcome to another video. And in this video we're going to be talking about why I love Codex World Eaters. So Codex World Eaters, why do I love this book? Well, for somebody who is only really getting back into 40k, there's been a number of things that have sort of kept me away, and for those is been scoring and stratagems. Now, this book, in all of its glory, addresses both of those things. So first things first, unlike my other codexes for armies that I wanted to get into, the Leagues of Votann, Chaos Space Marines, and normal Space Marines, who have like 3 or 4 pages of stratagems, and you've got stratagems upon stratagems, and then you've got the additional books, so like the Black Templars book or the Space Wolves book or whatever, and they all come in with even more stratagems. It's pretty bad, and for somebody who's trying to get their head around the game, it's a lot to learn, especially for someone coming from Age of Sigmar, where you only have like a handful of command abilities and command points per turn, and you're kind of sort of limited to what you're going to do. The amount of stratagems that you've got in 40k is quite off-putting. This book is really, really good because you have 2 ways of playing the army. You've got the World Eaters army, and then you've got the Disciples of the Red Angel. And essentially, both armies, or both versions of the army, come with 8 stratagems, and that's it. 8 stratagems. So you don't really have to worry too much. Like, it's so good, and it's so and the way the book is actually laid out as well is really good. So like, for example, the World Eaters, that's it. This page here, right, this page right here. That's it. That's it. That's all you've got. That's all your stratagems that you've got and that you need. And there's no warlord traits or adding additional warlord traits. There's no adding additional relics or whatever. It's basically slimlined down. Also, another thing that's missing from this book is secondaries. Now, I can't get my head around how 40k currently scores. It confuses the crap out of me. Sometimes you're scoring at the end of your turn. Sometimes you're scoring at the end of the round. Sometimes you score at the end of the battle. And it's really mental. And it's like, this one can be capped at 15 points, and this one can be capped at 12. And it's a lot. In Age of Sigmar, it's very, very simple. In most cases, you're going to get a maximum of maybe 5 points per turn. You know, you're going to get your 1 for holding 1 objective, 2 for 2 objectives, 3 for more, and then 2 points for your battle tactic. And then at the very end of the game, you're going to get 3 points for your grand strategy if you achieve that. So it's pretty simple, pretty easy, and good. 40k is a mess. This book makes me excited to play 40k again because none of that crap's in it. And none of the secondaries are in it, so scoring's a little bit easier. None of the stratagem bloat is in it, which is really, really good. Special characters, named characters, have their warlord traits on the data slates. And also, what's really cool is at the very back of the book, once you've gone past all of the profiles, so you get to this guy, and then you literally flip it over, and you go straight to the Crusade rules. This is something I'd like them to do with Age of Sigmar, because currently with Age of Sigmar you have all of your fluff, and then you have your army rules and everything else, and then it goes into the Path to Glory stuff, and then you have maybe like 1 or 2 pages for match play, and then it kicks into all the war scrolls. I'd like them to move the Path to Glory stuff to the back of the book because it makes sense. It's additional narrative-y stuff that doesn't really need to be in the middle of all of the sort of more competitive play thing. But it's really cool. So yeah, this book has actually made me incredibly excited to play 40k again. In a big way. I've even looking at like boarding actions of trying to pick up the box for boarding actions so I can play small scale games of 40k while I build up my World Eaters army. Because this has got me really, really hyped, and that's cool. And I know that 10th edition is literally around the corner, and I know that this book is probably going to be replaced by the so-called rumoured index books. We hope we'll see that if it happens. But if not, I know that at some point down the line, I'm going to get another book with probably not more new models, which is always a cool thing. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with this book, and it's amazing. And the models for the range are amazing. So yeah, but a big thank you to Firestorm Games actually for actually getting this to me, as well as some of my models on the Tuesday after the massive cock up of with the warehouse and stuff. So rather than getting it on the Saturday like I was supposed to, I literally got it like 3 days later. So, you know, big up to you Firestorm Games, thank you very much. And yeah, so I'm not going to do a review of the book and go through it because there's no point. There's like a million reviews on YouTube right now. If you do want a really good breakdown of what this book is, go to over to Tabletop Tactics, because they've got a really, really good breakdown of it, a battle report and a live stream talking about the book, and it's really, really good. So go and check those boys out. I'm not going to do a review, it's not what I do. But anyway, thank you very much for taking the time. Hit subscribe, like the video, drop us a comment if you want. Tell me what you think is good about the World Eaters Codex and what you like about 9th edition. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for now.